What up people, this is your boy Diamond Fangs and back again for vlogs. So this past couple of weeks I was not able to do anything and I had to cancel my appointments, I had to cancel my shoots, and you know why? All because of one freaking tooth that has been killing me constantly. I was going through hell every day for the past weeks with sleepless nights, you know. And if any of you out there who have not experienced a toothache, good luck to you. Well, anyways, this is not your regular toothache though. I just found out that I had to undergo a root canal procedure with a specialist in a few weeks' time. So let me tell you the story of how it all began. For the past few months, everything that was hot or cold that I consumed would give me this sharp pain in one of the tooth. I actually ignored it and I ignored it as the pain, you know, would come and go. So I did not find anything serious about it. It was a Friday night, if I remember. Yeah. So I was in so much of pain, you know, I had to get it fixed ASAP. So I went to the dentist, he looked at it and told me that my wisdom tooth on the left was the one giving the problems. And I know where my wisdom tooth is, okay? And I told him that was not what was giving me the pain, but it was another tooth, it was just in front of it. He did some checks on it and then he did the cold air test and said it was fine. So he being the professional, I let him do what's best. And he suggested that to have my wisdom tooth removed, which was then extracted. He then prescribed me some painkillers and all. I went home with a swollen cheek and of course with a $200 bill, and guess what? The pain on the other tooth did not go away. So I went home, popped in some painkillers and tried to sleep, but the painkillers did nothing for me. I was like, what the hell went wrong, man? No, I tried my best to fall asleep, but I was not able to. And the first thing I did the next morning, I rushed back to the same dental clinic and told them what happened. This time it was a different dentist and she checked and did some tests and found out I actually had a cracked tooth that has been causing me so much of pain. I was given two choices on this situation, okay? Either to extract it or to undergo the root canal. So much pain and I was like, you know, I wanted to get it done and over with, and I told her to extract it, you know, and she told me there were actually some consequences. Okay. Since my tooth was a very important tooth, extracting it would shift and change my jawline. Now, we don't want that, do we? So I had to make an appointment with a specialist through a polyclinic, which would take days or weeks. So I wasn't left with much options. I was prescribed with a stronger dose of painkillers and was given tramadol. And trust me, those don't work shit either. I have gone through lots of pain in my life. I have dislocated my shoulder, I have fractured my foot, I have dislocated my knee a couple of times. I even had my pinky smashed a couple of months ago from work that required stitching. You know, I busted my eyebrows before, but all that does not even come close. The pain I went through, all because of a cracked tooth. I could feel it in my ears, I could feel it in my temple, and to be honest, I feel a little deaf right now. What? Did you say something? No? You know, I took so much of painkillers on one night, and even that did not help much. You know? And the pain was so bad, and I was so desperate to get a plier and just pull it out myself. This is the thing. I don't know how swirling water in the mouth around the tooth area worked, you know, but it gave me a short-lived comfort. And I was doing all night till like 2-3 a.m. in the morning, and I passed out on the painkillers and woke up 2 hours later and doing the same thing again. And I've never drank so much water in my life before, you know, and don't even get me started on eating. And you know what's weird? The times when you have a bloody toothache, that's when you would crave for all kind of food. What kind of sorcery is this? Okay, so back to my story. So it was the third day, okay, it was a Sunday. I told myself, screw the consequences, just go, extract it once and for all, you know. I mean, who cares about shitting of the tooth or jawline and all that, you know. I just want the pain to go away. So I was so desperate, I rushed back on a Sunday to the same dental clinic again, and it was 8 a.m. I was the first person there, but guess what? I was denied from seeing the dentist, all because it was fully booked. Pleading with the lady at the reception and said I want to get it extracted. I was really in pain, and she did not budge, man. I was like, what the F? I was desperate. So I did a few calls here and there, and I was able to find a dentist who was on the other end of the island. So I had to cab down all the way to Jurong. She was against the extraction as well, and did try to do the root canal, but was unable to execute it because it seems that my nerve endings were too small. But the part where the crack was, it was temporarily fixed, so I feel much better now. So now I'm left with a half-done tooth, and there was some plaster fillings that was put on, so that when I go to the specialist, it'll be easier for them to take a look at it. And right now I actually have like 4 holes drilled into one tooth, okay? And that's some scary, crazy shit. It was the most craziest 3 days of my life, and I survived. I just booked an appointment with my specialist earlier today, and I'm just waiting for the call and see when I can fully recover from this crap. Okay, so far I've spent like $400 on a toothache which is yet to be fixed. Come on, Singapore, you can do better. Okay, some issues with it, but I will get over it. It's supposed to be a movie night today, and I was thinking of catching Project Almanac, if I pronounced it right. But we see how it goes. If not, I'll just bum around the house, grab something to eat while I can, and probably watch some DVDs or get on my Xbox, you know. So we see how it goes later on, people. I'm very tired from last night, and I didn't feel like vlogging when I was out. I actually fell asleep halfway through the movie. Project Almanac didn't deliver. In my opinion, it sucked. Okay, I think you're better off watching other time traveling movies like Looper or Butterfly Effect. I mean, there was effort into making this movie, but don't get your hopes high just because Michael Bay was a producer for this movie. And for this movie, I would give about 2 out of 5 potatoes. Is what this movie deserves. It was alright in the beginning, and the plot didn't make sense after that, and that's when I actually fell asleep. I mean, the storyline, the same old routine about making changes because of the consequences of time traveling. And there's nothing much to talk about this movie anyway. Okay, it just sucked big time. So I edited the first part of the video, and I realized my cheek was actually swollen. Sorry about the abnormal facial structure. And halfway through the editing, my PC crashed and I had to get that fixed. So, you know, so if you're seeing this video, it's about a week old. And by the way, National Dental Center called me and gave me an appointment in mid-April. Like seriously, it's just the start of Feb now, you know. And I was told that if I'm really in pain, I would go down as an emergency case where my subsidy will be waived off because I'm a private patient. In my honest opinion, dental service in Singapore sucks. Okay, I really wonder how would the majority of the middle class citizens who work in Singapore actually could able to afford some kind of dental care, you know. I mean, they don't come cheap, and seriously, it seems like they don't give a shit. At least doctors, you know, empathize with you more than dentists, you know. I'm sorry guys, I mean, but that's a fact from my experience. I wish I can talk to you guys more, but I'm very worn out. As you can see, I'm very tired. And before I forget, do check out my previous video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and the link will be in the description for my previous video. Love you all, and this is your boy Diamond Fangs rolling out.